Hello and welcome to day 7 of this Simplify Your Life series. If you don't know what that is, I will put a link up here for you for the introductory video as well as in the description box below. But today we are going to be doing something a little bit different, and there's going to be a few more videos like this because what I want us to do is explore some of the fundamentals behind why I have produced this series. Today we are going to be looking at finding your happy. By living with less stuff, clutter and noise, what's left becomes much more important and adds a lot more value to your life. I have been looking at the difference between happiness and joy. Happiness is a destination and joy is an attitude. I've read that happiness is an emotional response to an outcome, so for most people it's a result of something positive happening in their lives, but it is externally triggered. Joy, however, is something different. It is not result reliant. It's something that's constant and it's cultivated internally. Happiness is like rising bubbles, delightful and inevitably fleeting. Joy is the oxygen, ever present. Daniel Laporte. Whether you focus on the word happiness or joy, the fundamental message is to create your own happiness, create your own joy. Don't put so much weight on if X happens, then I can be happy, or if such and such happens, I will experience joy. Also, don't wait for other people to make you feel happiness. Don't rely on anyone else. Create your own happiness. Step 1. For step 1, what I want you to do is create a list of things that you do every single day. I want you to pause the video and write a long list of everything, and I mean everything, all the little mundane tasks. I will put some examples on the screen for you to help you out, but make sure you pause the video and complete this list before carrying on. For step 2, what I want you to do is write another list. I want you to write down everything that has given you happiness in the past, everything that has given you joy in the present. Write everything down, and I'm not talking big things like going on holiday, buying houses, anything like that. I'm talking about little things. So for example, going for a walk with a loved one, lying on a beach, playing with your children. Be specific about what it is that has made you happy and get it all down on paper. I will do this with you as well and share them at the very end if you want to see my list. But for now, I want you to focus on your list, focus on everything that makes you happy and write it all down, and pause this video before moving on to step 3. Step 3 is compare the lists. Now, don't you find that that is such a powerful exercise? Looking at everything that you do on a daily basis versus everything that makes you happy. There's probably a huge difference for most people looking at those lists. Now, I'm not saying that we should all go on strike and stop cleaning, stop doing grocery and stop paying bills, but there is a lot we can do to reduce the amount of negativity or negative things that we're doing and increase the amount of happiness that we had. I don't know if you remember when I did the introduction video, one thing that I did say is for everybody to think every single day of a question, and that is, does this create the life I am trying to build? Does this support what I want to do? Does this make me feel good? And a lot of things on that list probably won't. So let's look at working on doing something about that. For step 4, we are looking at minimizing the negative. Go through your list and work out what you can get rid of from that negative list. It might be that you can't completely get rid of everything that you don't like, but you can at least minimize it. For example, do you spend far too long looking through Facebook and scrolling through the history of what everybody else is doing? Do you spend a lot of time on Instagram looking at everybody's perfect lives? If that is not making you happy, if that makes you feel like you're not your best self by doing that, we want to look at reducing the amount of time that we spend doing things like that. Other things can be looking at Netflix and constantly searching for that next series to watch or the next program or next movie, constantly filling your time watching things on television, but also wishing that you had more time to do something else that you were passionate about or something else that you wanted to do with your life, but you never find the time, and that's because you're spending too much time scrolling through Netflix. So we want to look at those areas. One quote that I especially like is, when you can't control what is happening, challenge yourself to control the way you respond to what is happening. That is where your power is. There will also be a lot of things that you can't control, so it's learning to recognise these and stop fretting about them. So much time is often wasted worrying about things that we can't change or can't control. Instead, focus on what you can control. Choose happiness over unhappiness. What I mean by that is the fact that we can choose to make ourselves feel better by not responding to things that are negative. For example, if you're in a traffic jam and someone cuts you up, do you think that honking your horn or shouting at that person is going to make you feel better? Probably not. It's going to make you feel riled up and angry. Likewise, if somebody's sending you hurtful comments or saying nasty things to you, do you think that responding to them is going to make you feel any better deep down? It's not. There is a quote that says, "Never wrestle with pigs. You both get dirty and the pig likes it." In both situations, you have a choice. You can choose to take the high road, be the better person. That will in turn make you feel better, rather than responding and making you feel worse or starting something and making the situation even bigger than it is. Choose your battles wisely. Another tip is to always make sure you get enough sleep, because without good sleep, you're not setting yourself up in the positive frame of mind for the following day. So get yourself into a night care routine. Make sure that you're getting enough sleep for what your body needs. Do more of what sets your soul on fire. Do more things that make you happy. Once you pinpoint what makes you happy, by doing that exercise earlier of everything that's made you happy in the past and the present, it becomes easier to incorporate it into your life. I've got a list in my bullet journal, literally titled Happiness, and it's all the things that I love doing. Make sure you incorporate those things into your daily activities. But don't just work on that list, work on a new list, a bucket list of sorts, of things that you want to do to make you happy. And again, I'm not talking about big things or going out and purchasing anything. I'm talking about things that you perhaps just want to do, things that are exciting for you, whether it's doing a new dance class or volunteer work, joining a club, anything like that. Get it written down and start focusing your energies on doing things that you love and doing things that you enjoy. The last quote I want to leave you with is this: don't ask yourself what the world needs. Ask yourself what makes you come alive and go do that, because that's what the world needs, is people who have come alive, doing things that give us joy, can distract us at difficult times, and especially now, at times like these, we want all the happiness and all the joy that we can have. But remember this, focus and concentrate on doing and not having. I hope you have enjoyed today and it is giving you a lot of happiness and joy. I can't believe tomorrow we're on week 2, so I will look forward to seeing you then for day 8 of Simplify Your Life. Goodbye.